That's right, and that's why I opened the stores that I did, because of that, and we just didn't have good quality products and so forth. And the other thing is why someone else was always the expert on our hair is
true.
Baffling to me. So anyway, I decided to. I had these stores, and I used to sell a lot of wigs, and try to make them look as natural as possible. But during the same time, I was always searching for better and better. And then
now, is this the better you've got right now, or is it the best?
This is the best.
The best.
It's the top of the line. It doesn't get any better than this. If you want to look just like you did before you lost your hair, that can be done. That I can accomplish that. Or if you just want if you want that and some enhancement, that can be done as well. But the key here is that it's totally undetectable.
But the most important thing is to find somebody who knows who in the hell what they're doing.
That is the very most important thing.
This isn't just
This isn't just take a lace wig and put on a person's head. And I must say to your audience is, if that's all the person has to offer, you may not be getting the best solution.
Right.
And
so they should call you first.
Please do. If they want the best.
If they want the best, they come to you.
That's absolutely right. And I'm always open for new clients.
Do you do more women than men? I would think you'd have more women clients.
I do have more women than men, but often when a person, more so when the women come to me, they are so excited, and they constantly say to me, how is the person supposed to know about you?
Exactly.
I didn't know this exists, and so on. You know, I've had weaves, I've had lace wigs, and this and the other, extensions and so forth. I didn't know this exists. And the good part about this is a person may not want a full, now although we do full wigs as prosthetics, we do lace, we do whatever, but I will do what's best for the individual.
Your client
yes.
comes first.
And also the partial unit is not as hot as a full wig. So that's one thing most people really, really like about the units that I put on. It looks just like their hair.
Can air blow through it?
Oh, absolutely.
It's like your own hair blowing in the wind.
Anything. As undetectable. You can part it in any direction you want to part it in.
You can pin it up too? Like a French curl?
Whatever style you like to have, you can have with this, just like your natural hair. And in some instances, or most, especially with men, you can run your hand through it.
Really? I see that on TV. Just run your hand through the head.
Another person would not even know.
Feel it? It can't
would not feel it. Would not know that there's something there.
That is fabulous.
Will not know.
My gosh. Is it okay to tell people you have one on today? You're wearing your thing today?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. I have to wear my product.
I noticed
I do have hair, but you know, and I'm usually the first one to say, "Oh, yes, I have."
Yeah, but people say, "Well, you run the wig, you don't have any hair."
And this isn't really one of the most natural ones that I do for most people. This happens to be a full unit. But for most people, and this is the way I normally wear my hair. So,
how long does it take to put a unit on?
Well, it does take a little while.
3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours?
Expect to be at least 3 to 4 hours. Expect that if it's done and done right, because and I can't stress enough, when you leave, make certain that you don't look like you're wearing a wig or anything. That it should look as natural as your own natural growing hair.
How about sleeping? Should you put a hairnet on your head?
Well, I recommend either sleeping with a satin pillowcase.
Oh, yeah.
Or
we deserve satin pillowcases. Come on.
Absolutely. Throw on the sheets.
Satin sheets. Oh, silky comforters. You name it.
Yeah. So that's with the hair prosthetics or your natural hair. And mind you, whatever you do to your natural hair must be done with this. Not only can you do it, but you should do it as well, because this is natural growing hair. This is hair that has very, very little process done to it. Very little process. This isn't like what's off the shelf, which is for the most part the closest thing to plastic. This is natural growing hair that has been processed, especially for the African Americans, because all this hair comes from either Russia, India, Brazil, or China. But you have to be careful with the texture of the hair, because that's where the process comes in. But more so than that, if a person has very, very thin hair
and fine,
I will not use Chinese hair.
Okay.
And
why not? Why
not? Because there's the diameter of each individual strand is much larger than a fine head hair. And in that case, not only, most people say, then you have to use Indian hair. Not so. It may not be Indian hair. Then you may need Russian hair. You need to seek out a person who has all available, all these things available.
Right. Because it would look awful. Wouldn't it look very dry if you got the wrong hair on your own head? The texture is what you're talking about, but there are some people who have very strong hair.
Yes.
But it, like this, you know, it goes out.
Well, if they have very strong hair, then I'm going to match them with a strong type of hair.
Okay.
That's the point I'm trying to make, is that you do not want to put Chinese hair on a person's very fine,
baby fine hair.
Yes.
Because they wouldn't like it, because they wouldn't look like themselves.
It will not look natural.
And people can sense that and pick up on it.
Yes. And, you know, what I get out of what I do, the satisfaction when a person comes in, when they first come in and when they leave, they shed a lot of tears because they're not used to being able to have their own natural hair back.
And they're probably scared to death to take care of it, too.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you, for a person who has lost, especially my clients who've lost all of their hair, this going to the hairdresser is a chore to some people. This becomes a luxury to them again, because now they have control over their appearance once again. They have the tool. You know, if we're feeling bad, what do? We go and have our hair done, or do it ourselves,
or our toes, whatever.
Yeah. But I say hair is very important because it's the thing the person sees. It's the crowning glory. Exactly, and it's what people see. First thing, you're described by it. You know, she has short, long, medium, you know, light color, dark color hair, or whatever. It's a person's described by it. So you deserve to have what's best for your hair. And especially if you have some sort of hair loss, and if it's something that you need to wear regularly. Now, for just a just a bad hair day, or you know, just a fun weekend or something, by all means, buy whatever is right off the shelf or something. But if you're going to need to use that
for a lifetime, basically, right?
Or for more than a week, then I would recommend seeking something better. And there are things that are sure people say, well, it's more affordable because, you know, these wigs are only $25 or something like that or so. But you know, I do understand that, but that it's a choice. And I think if you're going to put into anything for your appearance, the reward is much more than that.
You want the best, though. That's what you want.
And the best is available, is what I want people to know.
Let me ask you this question. You say you can run your hands through the hair. Suppose you're in bed and you want to make love. Okay, can you run your hands through his hair? Can he run his hands through your hair?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay.
And it'll be right there.
And it won't move and it won't fall off.
It's not going to move. No, it's not going to move.
It's fabulous.
Yeah, it is.
I'm glad I
that's
found you in the
technology.
paper. I really am.
Yeah, I'm glad you did too. And I've seen your show before.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it was very, very informative on other topics that you've had.
I'd
So.
like to give everyone a chance to really be themselves. And that's what this is. It's like being in my family room, and the 30 minutes goes very fast.
Well, thank you.
But I have a lot of women that have come to me and asked me to do a show on this.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I've looked
certainly.
and I searched, and then your picture and the paper is what caught my attention.
Oh, very good.
Because you have trusting eyes.
Ah, good.
You don't look like a rip-off artist, and you don't look like you take our money and disappear with it.
Well, I take what I do very seriously.
You have to,
though.
yeah. Are you married?
I am widowed. My husband of almost 23 years passed away in 2008, and he was just a wonderful, wonderful person who allowed me to do what I wanted to do
and be yourself.
Encourage me. Yes, and so he knew that this was the second love of my life, and it took up a lot of time, but he and I had a wonderful life, though.
You seem very dedicated to what you do.
I am.
You take it
indeed.
seriously.
Yes, yes, and that's why I would like people to get the best of if they are going to seek out some type of hair replacement. I want them to know.
They better come to you.
Please.
Because you're in
yes,
Bowie,
I am.
and
yes.
you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've been doing this for some
it.
time now.
And you've done it, so you know.
Yeah, yeah, and I'll tell you, if there's anyone who's been to me who's wearing a hair unit, you will not know. And that's almost a problem because they don't want to tell anyone either.
No, they don't. People don't want to do that.
Right. So when people find me, they say, oh, I had no idea you did.
You're so damn good.
Oh, that this existed. Yeah.
Do you know our time is up?
Oh.
We've had our 30 minutes. You can come back again sometime.
I would be glad to.
Bring a couple of clients with you.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. That would be wonderful.
Thank you for being on The Awakening. And
You're
I'm
welcome.
very honored
Thanks for
to be
having
here.
me.
And I hope everyone watches this show. Give her a call because I think she's very honest. Thank you for watching. Until next time.